All right, let's dive into something that could totally flip our idea of what a computer even is. It's called the Grezorea RBAOS, and it's built around a pretty radical question. What if a machine's hardware and its operating system were actually the exact same thing?
You know how computers normally work, right? You've got the physical hardware down at the bottom, then an operating system like Windows or Mac OS sits on top, and all your apps run on top of that. But what if you could just fuse those bottom two layers into one single intelligent thing? That's the core idea we're digging into.
And that brings us to the big idea behind the RBAOS. See, this isn't just another shiny new gadget. Nope, it's a whole new way of thinking about how computers are built, and it's called hardware-software fusion.
Okay, so what does hardware-software fusion actually mean? Well, think about your own brain for a second. Your brain doesn't, boot up a separate consciousness OS. They're the same thing, completely inseparable. And that's the idea here. This machine isn't just running software, it is the software. It's a totally self-contained little universe built to handle AI all on its own.
All right, so we've got the concept down. Now let's take a closer look at the actual device and what makes it so different. This really shows you the difference. On the left, that's the standard computer setup we've all been using for decades. Hardware, then the OS, then the apps. But look over at the RVS OS model. It just completely collapses those first two layers into one single integrated core. The whole device becomes one big platform for autonomous AI.
So yeah, it's a real physical device. It's got this cool minimalist metallic look, but it's also a full-blown AI-powered operating system. And I really want to stress this. This is not just another mini PC you can find online. It's a whole new class of machine, designed from the ground up to let you run really complex AI workflows right there from your desk.
So, why do this? What's the point? Well, this whole design is aimed at one huge goal, breaking us free from our total dependency on the cloud. It's all about taking back autonomy, privacy, and most importantly, control over our own data. Think about it. Right now, anytime you use a powerful AI, you're tapping into some giant, faraway data center owned by a huge company. Your personal info, your questions, all of it gets sent miles and miles away to be processed by someone else's computer.
And this quote just nails it. The mission here is all about decentralization. It's about pulling that intelligence out of those locked-up remote data centers and putting that power literally right back in your hands.
And this chart makes the benefits crystal clear. With cloud AI, you're just renting access from someone else, right? Your data's not with you, and you have to be connected to the internet. But with RBAOS, you own it. You control it. Your data stays right there with you, in your space, and the machine can do its thing all by itself, whether it's at your home or your office. But here's the thing. It's not just about one cool little box. The ambition here is way, way bigger. We're talking about building an entirely new, decentralized AI ecosystem, and it all starts right there, on your desk. And the whole vision is built to scale up. So step one, it's your personal AI server. You can run large language models and simulations completely privately at home. Then, it can become a decentralized unit for a business, and the ultimate endgame for thousands of these devices to connect and form a new, global, decentralized network, a whole new backbone for AI.
So when you boil it all down, the philosophy is simple. It's about empowerment. It's about getting the tools for creation and innovation into more people's hands, making sure the future of AI isn't controlled by just a handful of giant companies.
Okay, that is a huge, ambitious vision. So the natural question is, how does this actually happen, and when can we expect to see it?
Well, as you can imagine, making something like this a reality isn't cheap. To get this kind of hardware-software fusion into mass production, they need some serious capital. The funding goal is $10 million to get this whole project off the ground and into the market.
And they've got a date circled on the calendar. The plan is to release the Grezorea RBAOS in 2026. So this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. This is something that could be in our hands really, really soon.
And that leaves us with a pretty wild question to think about, doesn't it? As this kind of local, autonomous computing gets more powerful, are we going to see a day where every single desk has its own little autonomous AI? It's a powerful idea of what the future of computing might actually look like.